Hi crafty cuties, hope you guys are doing excellent. Today I am going to show you how I made this really cute accordion file. You can use this for Penpal mail, you can use this for planner stickers, which I intend to use it for, or you can use it for receipts, really anything. These are super fun to customize and make with whatever theme or color or paper you want to use. So I wanted to show you how I made it. Let's hop into what you will need. So to make this accordion file folder, you are going to need paper. You'll need about two 12 by 12 pieces. For the actual main part of the accordion folder, you will just need a 7" by 12" square and then an additional 7" by 2.5" piece. The second 12 by 12 will be for the inserts that go in. You will need a crocodile with some eyelets, or a hole punch would work. You will need some elastic or string of some sort, and then I prefer using score tape, but this Tombow Mono liquid glue works well. And you will need a bone folder and a scoreboard. If you don't have the scoreboard, you can use a ruler and just fold at the lines. So these two right here measure 7" by 5". They are the perfect size for like planner stickers. So let's hop right in. You don't need a ton. I am going to start out with 2 pieces of paper. For the main part of the paper, we are going to be making a 7" by 4". So this is going to be a little bit smaller than the ones I just showed you. We are going to use 12 inches by 7" for the main part of it. And then I have a 12 by 12 here that I will cut up and use for the inserts on the inside. So it's really simple, guys. You just want to take your 12" by 7" paper, put it on your scoreboard. We are going to do our first score at 4 inches. Now, if you want yours to be a little bit taller than 4 inches, you can score at 5 inches. If you want it to be smaller, score at 3. You can really customize this and make it whatever size you would like. I just find this to be a really good size. And then for the gusset, I like my gusset to be 1.5 inches. So we're gonna go over to 5.5. Then we are going to go over another 4 inches so that it matches up with this side. So we're at 5.5, so we want to go to 9.5, right? There we go. And then for the top, we want the same gusset that we have right here. So we're at 9.5, so we're gonna go to 11. And that is all for that part. So now we're just gonna fold at those marks. Now, depending how big you want your flap, you may want to add some extra paper. So as you can see, this has a pretty small flap. This will work, this is fine. I prefer to have a bigger flap, which I'll show you real quick. So as you can see, I added a second paper to the top. And I don't think it looks bad, I think it looks fine. But again, if you want to keep this simple and just use the 1 sheet of paper, you can absolutely keep this like so, and that will work. I am going to actually add an additional piece because I want my flap to be a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to use the extra that I had from this 12 by 12, probably about 2 inches. So I'm gonna cut that real quick. And I do not know where the clip went where I attached the flap. So sorry about that, guys, but all you need to do is just attach it using some score tape or glue. So with my ruler, I went ahead and marked 1 inch in, and then I marked like in the middle between this gusset here so that I can get somewhat of an even punch here. It's not a big deal because you're really not going to see it, but, and I just realized my my crocodile doesn't actually go in that far to where I marked the little hole, but that's okay because I'm still able to use that as a guide to where the middle is. And then we'll go ahead, and I like to use my eyelets, the pretty side on the outside. Today is the 4th of July, and Alistair and Hans actually just went to Craft Warehouse, and I really wanted to go with them. My husband he needed to get some paintbrushes and some other craft items, and I really wanted to go, but I was not ready, and I figured this would be a good time to film the video because my friend Holly, she's waiting. Okay, so now I'm going to string my elastic through. You can do it after everything's said and done, but it's much easier to do right now. And I usually measure as I go, so I'm going to string this through and then I will make a knot, and then I can kind of get an idea of how long I want it. And I can tell you guys how long that is once I'm all done here. So the elastic ends up being about 11 inches, and that seems to work really well. So just tie the other end. Now if you want, you can use some tape to secure this down. I don't really find that it gets in the way, but it probably depends what you're going to be using it for. There we go. So now I'm going to work on the little button that will be right here that attaches the elastic. So I'm just going to use some of the scraps from this 12 by 12, and I thought it would be really cute if I could get one of these little roses. I'm going to use my little scallop circle punch for this. You can just cut out a little circle, or if you have a hole punch or a circle punch, take advantage of that. And I like to double this up, so I'm going to use some scrap paper and cut out another one. So now we want to attach our little circle, and I marked where the middle of this flap was, and I think I will place it right around here. Now if you don't have a crocodile, what you can do is you could either thread in the middle here and sew this on. You could probably glue it on, but you would just want to glue in the middle because we want the outer portion of this circle to be free from the paper so that our string will kind of fit around it. So glue probably wouldn't be the best option, but I definitely think you could like sew it on here like just through the middle, and I think that would look really cute. You could even use a button. I mean, you could use a bunch of different ways. I just like how this looks. And so I'm going to use my crocodile and punch through this pretty flower here. There we go, and I did double this up. I didn't show you guys. So go ahead and grab your scoreboard again and that second piece of 12 by 12 paper. We are cutting that paper into a bunch of different little rectangles. You're going to need 2 that measure 6 inches by 3.5 inches. And you're going to need 4 that measure 3 inches by 7 inches. And again, that's just if you're using the measurements and you're using the size of file folder that I am. These are going to be the actual accordion pieces that go on the side, and these are going to be the little dividers that divide these sections. So we are going to start by scoring 1 inch on each side. That's going to be the little flap where we actually attach to the file folder. If you want more sections, this is going to give us 4 sections. If you want more sections, you can use a longer strip of paper, or you can do less than an inch here to attach to your file folder. I hope I'm making sense. Now we're going to just score at every 1/2 inch increment. And we will do the same exact thing to that second piece, and then we will attach these to our folder. Really, really easy. A lot of steps, but once you get it down, it's very easy to customize or use whatever size you want. I've already made quite a few different sizes. So now we're just going to fold your piece into this accordion shape here, just by folding every other way on each little score mark. Now for attaching this, I really like to use the Tombow Mono liquid glue because it gives us a little bit of room to reposition and get just right, and it also has a really strong hold and it does not wrinkle the paper at all. So I added some glue. My guys just got home, so you will probably hear them in the background. We can go ahead and do this side as well. And I just love how you can personalize these and use any type of paper. I have been hoarding a bunch of pretty paper and I've always wanted to do cute projects with, and I've just been finding myself reaching for those papers lately and making a ton of these. I think they're just so cute for planner stickers, and I'm actually going to be selling these in my shop. I have a few that are ready to be listed, but I just need to list them. So now we're gonna go ahead and glue the front tabs to the front. Kind of fold those together. Sorry if I'm out of focus here. Just just make sure this is lined up. So I'm just gonna squeeze this together and then do the same to the other side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim off this little extra that is showing on each side. So now we are basically done. You just need to add your inserts, and earlier I think I told you guys that you needed 4 of these sheets, but you actually need 3 obviously to make 4 sections. And now we can just attach these. I am going to glue mine in. That's up to you if you want to or not. And I just put a little strip of glue on the backs, and then I just press it to the back of one of the accordion files here. That doesn't make sense. I think you know what I'm trying to say. And so you can see how these slide just right down, and then you can decorate yours however you would like. So I'm going to glue these in, and I'll show you guys when I am all complete. And in case you guys are curious what I am distressing my folder with, I'm using this Distress Ink old paper. And I'm just stamping it on my little tin here and just going around the edges really softly. And that's all I'm going to do for this entire thing. So I went ahead and made some little tabs to go on the different sections here. And I used my envelope punch to make these. They're very, very simple though. But basically I just took my piece of paper here that measures 2.5 inches by 1 inch. I fold it down the center and I just put it in my envelope punch here all the way to the edge and punch, and then I do the same to the other side, and it's just really easy and simple. Okay guys, so here is the final look. I love how this one turned out, super shabby chic and cute. And I really like the tabs on this. I feel like the tabs just really make it cute. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but here's your different sections. And yeah, it's just super fun to make. I love this paper too. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow along with. If you guys end up making these, please tag me in a photo on Instagram. It's I'm a cool mom with zeros instead of O's. I would love to see what you guys come up with. And I think that's all for today. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Love you guys, bye. And if you guys want to see how I turned one of these into a Penpal type folder, check out the link below or on the corner of your screen and you can see how I did that.